Caramel CANDiD, is there a band I support more? Well, if the merch isn't letting you know. Alright, so look, they got a brand new video and it's coming out in 40 seconds. And I know that they've timed it to come out on time this time. So I'm going to be F5ing the page, reloading it, and we're going to watch this video as it comes out together. I'm going to be honest, wearing all the merch over my face is proving more difficult than I expected. I'm going to take the new logo keychains off. And look, you guys all know why I support this band so much, but I think more than anything, it's good to support bands. You know, if you believe in a band that's coming up, you should support them. And when it's a band like this who are working so hard and delivering on so much of the innate promise that they have, the result is you end up following a band who does amazing things. And we're about to check out the latest of those amazing things because this is going to be the music video for Gestalt Regret. Okay, it should now be uploaded. Let's check. Is it there? Is it there? Got to go to the videos tab a lot of time. Okay, it's not there. Oh no, don't do this to me again. We had this with the last release where it came out a few minutes late. The thing is when it comes to Gestalt Regret, now I'm here to check out the music video because this music video, they've been posting little snippets in advance, little images. They're clearly really excited about this. And this is a song that I have already heard them play live. I've done a reaction to the audio version. And I really love this song. It's one of their shortest songs actually. And yet it encapsulates so much of what makes this band really exciting for me. It's a mixture of that kind of heartfelt emotion and those moments of loud outbursts that we get from Otto when she's doing the really emotional lyrics. It's got a lot of poetry in the lyrics themselves. They're very sort of poetic, a lot of metaphor usage. It's also probably their catchiest song, and on top of that, it has the quintessential Caramel CANDiD quality, which is a unique song arrangement that is absolutely awash with beautiful, clever ideas. Please tell me it's uploaded now. Yeah, it is. So we are going to check this out together. That is now posted. Everyone can now see it, and let's get on with watching it together. All right, so this is the new music video for Gestalt Regret. It's a song that I absolutely adore, like I say. And, well, I'm just excited to see what they've come up with in this music video. Because, yeah, like I say, everything about this song is absolutely brilliant. So, fingers crossed. You can turn that volume up nice and loud. Get ready. Here we go. Gestalt Regret. Already loving the way it's filmed, like the table. Ooh, I like that. There's a bit of metaphor going on here as well, isn't there? Was this video just an excuse to have some good food? Ooh, the imagery in this is really cool. I'm really liking the way that this has been filmed. Like each shot looks really nice. You can really see them as a band. But I'm interested, where's this story going? That harmony as well, beautiful harmonies in this song. That's really nice. credit to the actresses. That scene was beautifully done. That was really gorgeous. Something tells me she's not going to get it back together. Ah, okay, that's not the way I saw that resolving. That's an interesting little... Oh, nice. Yes, give a little bit of credit at the end. All right, so director and cinematographer and editing was all done by Momoka Harui. So Momoka Harui needs massive credit. This was really beautifully done. Can we see who the actress is? Oh, cast. So Non and... Why do I know Non? Why do I know that? I know that person for some reason. And Ruri Nishio. Yeah. Well, I mean, even this last frame, everything about this is beautifully filmed and photographed. Any more credits on there? No. Okay. Honestly, this is so gorgeously filmed. Let's have a little look through this because there's a lot to really break down about what we're seeing here. Now, they haven't put the captions on it yet, so I can't show you the lyrics. But the lyrics, as you can imagine from the title, Gestalt Regret. You know, regret is the primary thing this is talking about. And so when it starts off, I really kind of like this initial imagery where she's working in the middle and all the tables are facing towards her because, like, even without any other cast members, it's so clearly... You know, it's that idea that you're being focused on. This look at this feeling that you are kind of, even though she's quietly sitting there, but there's this sort of tension. The table's just pointing towards her, like everyone's looking at her, even without there being people there. It's so clear what's being said by this like visual metaphor. But then the lady walking with the angel wings, she's kind of joyously and nonchalantly skipping over the tables. And yeah, very obviously this is giving that impression of just like this carefree sort of feeling that's moving around everything. And so immediately, in such a short song, because this is 3.25 minutes as the video. It's a very short song though. The strength of what we're being told with our eyes here is really powerful and really quick, which matches well with the song. The song is also, you know, sort of doing this thing where it's delivering so much information and so much emotion so quickly. And that's a real skill when you can like have someone who has no idea, just pressing play, and then 30 seconds later, they know what the feeling is, they know what's happening, they can take it in, they can see it, and their mind is like, okay, I understand what's going on here. This does this brilliantly. I mean, here with 36 seconds in, we've set up the image, we've got the girl dancing around. There's intrigue, but there's also clarity. Now, I love the scenes with the band. It's interesting because when the band first came out, I mean, the first video, 20 Carnations, it was only Otto, the singer. And even there, she wasn't super... You didn't get many clear shots for it. It was a very kind of blurry, old-fashioned looking video, which was the style. But at the time, the girls did not really... I should say the ladies didn't really put their faces in videos, and even in their promotional photographs, most of the time the promotional photographs they put out didn't show their faces. You know, they were very cautious about that. And as they've kind of got older and they've all grown up, they're now showing their faces a bit more. And I said with the last video, Bath Bomb, it was interesting because that was the first time that you really could see the whole band. I guess you could as well in the Christmas song, but this was like it was really interesting to see them so directly. And I feel this song, each shot, you know, it really manages to capture each of the band members. You know, when they're actually playing the music, you can really see each band member. So you see, obviously, Otto, this image, by the way, they showed this image before the video came out, so I'd already seen this, but I love the idea of, like, Otto standing up there, and Mabel looks like she's climbing, but I love this whole image in here. It's really well done. But again, you know, you're seeing the band members, seeing Otto on each occasion there, but, you know, seeing Mabel, and you're seeing Moko, and you're seeing all of them, and Sire's guitar, you're seeing all of them really clearly, which I think is nice because their personalities are very strong. You know, they're one of those bands where they're not like all over the top melodramatic, but they have a very strong personality that you see when they're on stage and that comes out a lot when they're playing. And so it's nice that this video gives us a chance to kind of see them having a bit of fun and see their personalities in amongst the storyline, which we'll get back to in a minute. But you know, it's so much easier when you can see each member of the band. It's so much easier to really feel what they're like as people, really get a feeling for their personas. It's the gift of subtlety in a way that, you know, just by watching their body language and seeing them perform, it kind of gives you a feel for who they are. But anyway, the song then continues, well, the music video then continues. We go back to this scene. And I have to say that, I'll be honest, so I've directed music videos before, and one of the hardest things to do is to get people who can, if you really want a scene with a lot of emotion in, it's very hard to get people who can necessarily convey it properly. This scene is, I'm going to say, you know, credit to these two actresses. This scene is brilliant. I absolutely adore this. So she's dancing around, and then, you know, the girl at the desk gets up, and you can see the anger on her face, and just the way she grabs her arm. Obviously, that's a separate shot, and they've done that separately, but you feel that moment. And then she pulls her down. No stunt doubles there, I'm assuming. I do wonder if they had like a mat or something underneath that, or whether she had to like do a proper actor's fall. But this scene where, so then we got the actress is singing the lyrics directly to the now kneeling girl. And of course, she's got the angel wing. She's been up above. Not only has she been going around, but she's been up above, and now she's down below. And that sort of carefree feeling that she's up above, outside, and separate from all of the serious things that are being dealt with. She's now being dragged into the circle. She's being put down on the floor, and she's being spoken down to. And it's that kind of crushing feeling that the childlike innocence and the carefree feeling has been almost crushed by the reality of just, you know, dealing with day-to-day life. And the interesting, you know, dealing with whatever the situation is she's dealing with here. And the interesting thing is because this draws a direct parallel to what happens in the video for One Room Christmas, which is a couple of videos back. And in that, the whole premise there is the first verse is entirely based on how a child sees Christmas, with innocence. And the second verse is kind of like a reworking of the first verse, where now it's like how you see it as a teenager or an early 20-something, where instead of looking at it through the eyes of innocence, there's all this cynicism. And it's the crushing of innocence is something that I've noticed that Otto has a fantastic way of addressing. But this video addresses it almost just as well. And this is why I want to give a massive credit to the director. And by the way, notice the 4:3 aspect ratio. Yeah. But the director so beautifully has created this visual metaphor. And then just this scene where she's shouting down to her. And if that's not enough, the way this builds up. And this is where the actress who's got the angel wings on. Do you know what? Acting over the top, that's one thing. Doing subtle emotions is really, that's when you know a really good actor or actress. And this is what she does so well. Just the way that she looks at her, the way she responds to her, her responses are so kind of like, there's just this sort of frozen face, but just the way she's looking like I get it, but I don't understand. She's conveying the emotion in these quick cuts so beautifully on her face. The way that both of them are conveying the emotion is fucking brilliant. That is good acting, and that is good directing. I really like that. I really like that. Like I say, we've all seen music videos where just a couple of people sleepwalk their way through doing a little bit of acting. That is acting, and the fucking director has nailed it. Sorry I'm swearing a lot, but I really like that. That whole scene is really good. Like, just as a visual metaphor for the crushing of innocence combined with the way that it matches that moment in the song. Just watch this again. Everything, the metaphor, the emotions that come out on their faces, you know, the one girl who's like angry, the other girl who's just sort of got this like dumbfounded shock. Just watch this again. Sorry, I know we've already watched this a couple of times, but this is really how you make a music video. And it moves with the song. And the way she grabs her and then down on the beat. And then, so she moves in for the embrace, obviously, to try and like calm things down. And again, in the hands of a lesser director, this would have just been, oh, she embraces her and everything's okay. But this kind of like kerfuffle, this like little bit of pushing they have, again, it's showing this is not just like a simple dichotomy between two things. There's genuinely like a sort of an emotional struggle at the heart of this. And I love, again, how she's sort of like, she's pushing away. She's angry with this kind of like airy, fairy, light, innocent figure. And she's fighting with it. And again, the director has done such a great job. And again, you know, the song is about regret. The scattered paper just showing, you know, it's like, it's just a beautiful metaphor for things are damaged. They're broken. They're spilled everywhere. You have to pick them up and collect them. You have to fix this because this is now a mess. You know, no one looks at papers all over the floor and thinks that's a good thing. It's a mess that needs to be fixed. And of course, in a few seconds, we'll see that embodied again. Credit to these actresses. Bloody good job. Otto's face looking at like schoolwork. I think we're getting a different insight into the band right there. See that now? That's nice. That passed me by earlier, but the way she looks at the feathers again, she's kind of like surveying the damage. She's surveying the damage of her outburst. She's regretting what she's done. She's regretting. This is kind of like almost holding that broken innocence in your hand. It's like, you know, it's like taking something sweet like a teddy bear and tearing it in two, and then like just having like the insides in your hand. It's a sudden moment of, yeah, I can fix this, but I can't fix this, you know? So I can put it back together, but it's not going to be the same as how it was before. And something about the holding the feathers really, yeah, embodies that beautifully. And then there's that panic of picking everything up to fix it. It's interesting how she's mixing together the papers and the feathers, because obviously the paper very much is like symbolic of like the serious stuff, the work she was doing, and the feathers is very much that kind of imaginary, you know, fun, spaced out kind of, it's still the angel again. So the mixture of like the schoolwork on pieces of paper and the angel's feathers is a really nice little mixture there, which of course then becomes like the wings that they have at the end. That's gorgeous. That's gorgeous. Let's get that shot again. That shot where it's like her wings are made of a mixture of the feathers and the papers. I mean, it's you don't even need me to describe that metaphor, but it's lovely. It's like the sort of the beauty of what a person is made from a mixture of their dreams, their hopes, but also the damaged things, the hard work and the pain and the suffering that they carry as well. And I think that just as an image, I think this is like an extremely powerful image. You know, like the wings that you fly on being made of a mixture of like beauty, imagination, something a bit silly, a bit out there, but also something very raw and real and very, you know, much built of hard work and you know, the damage that we all have to go through, things in all of our lives. We all have things in our lives that go wrong, that get broken, but that as a result, you know, make us stronger. In fact, the lyrics do actually talk very directly about the idea. So in the English language, we have that expression, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And there's a line in this song, I can't exactly remember the perfect translation, but it's basically the same thing. And for me, I think the entire message of this song really is what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. But it's represented partly from the perspective of someone who's surveying the damage, is surveying the things, you know, that didn't kill them but hurt them, and they're trying to make themselves stronger as a result. And that's what this song is about, and that's what this image conveys so beautifully. That and by the way, can I give credit as well? I love how the desks at the end, I hadn't noticed this, the desks have all been sort of moved away. Kind of like, I don't know where the director was going for this, but in a way I kind of feel like that's where originally everyone was staring inwards. Now it's kind of like it's just about them. It's just about them now. Forget about everyone else. It's just about them. Yeah, so I'm going to leave that on the screen. And I cannot say this enough. Momoka Harari, that was brilliant. I genuinely hope you get a lot of work as a director. I don't know. If you're already established director, which wouldn't surprise me, good for you. But I hope there's a lot more coming for you. The two actresses, Non and Ruri Noshio, brilliant. Brilliant. What an absolutely superb piece of work. The band is all. Look, I've already told you how much I love the band. You already know that, from my opinion, the whole performance it's just a gorgeous song, beautifully delivered with stunning lyrics. And you need a song this great to carry a video like this. But yeah, it's an absolutely gorgeous song. It's catchy. It conveys more in 3 minutes than most bands do in their entire careers. It's absolutely brilliant. But my biggest fear is I wanted to have a video that matched it. They've got a lot of these hectic videos that I do like. I really like the Bath Bomb video. I really like the Caramel Girls video as well. But to balance out those videos, it's nice to have a video like this where it's a little bit more clear, a little bit focused. I like fast cutting videos, but this was kind of like in that right pace again, like the Bath Bomb video was, where you could see what was going on, but it was still moving quickly. But this also conveyed such an incredibly strong central image, such an incredibly strong central message. I am just going to have a little look and see if there's any credit to the actresses down there, because if I can see, I don't know why, but I recognize the actresses from somewhere. Something about that name, Non. I don't know if it's just because it's such a short name that you feel like you should recognize it, but okay, I couldn't find the details, but I will look into that. This was absolutely brilliant. Thank you to the 81 people who've liked it so far, but honestly, wow, just wow. Great stuff. My favorite song by the band who I support more than any other has got one of my favorite videos. I am absolutely ecstatic. That's fantastic. By the way, if you are a Caramel CANDiD fan and you've been listening this long, we do have a Caramel CANDiD Discord, and I've got my own Discord for people who are just into Japanese music. Both of them will be linked below, but please do go check out this video. Please check out all the stuff we've posted about it, and just until I hopefully see you very soon in the comments or in Japan or at a Caramel CANDiD show, which again, they're all listed on the Caramel CANDiD Discord. Until then, for now, ciao, ciao.